Greetings to you all, my wonderful people, my viewers and also my subscribers all over the world. I come in peace and I bring us this evening broadcast of this day. Today is Saturday and I guess most of my fans will be out there grooving and enjoying themselves, not minding the challenges we are facing in this country. Have been mistake of a nation called Nigeria, but whatever way it is, I will never relent in giving out the news as it is hot. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, please endeavor to do that as soon as possible. If you have never turned on the notification button, please endeavor to do that also as soon as possible. If this is also your first time of hearing my voice, endeavor to also subscribe as soon as possible. All is anchored on as soon as possible. It's not by force, it is willingly that you support my channel, and that is how the host of heavens and the Almighty Chukwuka Abiyama will always support you in whatever you do and wherever you find yourself at any point in time. So please, I don't want to waste much of our time because time is money. Let us take the headlines before we can be able to go set into the business of the day. Why I was articles running mate in 2019 but contesting against him in 2023. That is Peter Obi lamenting. Area don't cast to everywhere nice to have turned against Obi. Even every who's a crane now is Peter Obi. If you are drinking tea, Peter Obi. If you are eating your fufu, Peter Obi. Whatever you are doing now is Peter Obi. My prayer is that this young man succeed in this 2023. So that all these efforts and the people supporting him will not be in vain. Because it will be a shameful thing for him to lose this election. Because the fans that is following him, if they really follow him in truth and spirit, I know that nothing will stop Peter Obi from winning this very election. So let us proceed. Mazi Adeboye, that is the Redeemed Christian Church of God pastor, have exposed the secret behind the hood crowd at major political rallies. You will get that when the time is right. That is the news that we are going to read for another one. Then our Papa Adeboye, no, not Adeboye, Papa Oyedepo, warns youths against Japa. And I know what it be Japa. That spirit of Japa syndrome, where don't occupy the lives of all the youths. So Papa Oyedepo don't come to the one and say, make on I know the Japa, but we finally found out why he said so and the reason behind his statement. Multiple extortions by area councils in Abuja driving up transport fare. Commuters groan in pains. How bandit kidnappers killed 70 residents in Abuja, the capital territory, in 2022 alone. So let us start our news by Peter Obi, the Labour Party presidential candidate, what he said concerning his principal 2019, but now he is his own principal, the principal of his own school, this 2023 general elections. So let us see why he said that. The Labour Party presidential candidate, Gregory Peter Obi, has given further insight into why he chooses to contest the nation's highest political office in 2023. It will be recalled that Obi was the vice presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) in 2019, while former Vice President Atiku Abubakar was the party's presidential candidate. In 2023, Atiku is still the PDP presidential candidate, as if that seat is only meant for him. And Obi is also a presidential candidate in the same election on the platform of another party. During his recent campaign visit to Akwa Ibom State, the former Anambra State governor was asked by newsmen why he decided to join the presidential race and not support Atiku, who is also in the race. Here are his answers. Responding, Peter Obi described the 2019 ticket as a form of apprenticeship for him, but now that he has gotten freedom from his boss, it is left for Nigerians to choose who they want to become their next leader. He also said he cited the example of a businessman who learned the trade from a boss and is now free man, but still in the same line of business as the person who trained him. Exactly. According to the Labour Party candidate, it is now left for the customers to decide who to patronize between the boss and the new boy. Most especially if the new boy is a very good one, bear it in mind that the boss will always lose customers to the new boy. That is why most of the boss we have those days when we are doing all this business of a thing or this trading of a thing, most of them, if they found out that you are a very good one, a very good boy, they will settle you well, but they will want you not to open shop anywhere close to their own because of taking the customers you have already built already. So in this scenario, Grigori, you are already in the same line with your guy, so it's most certain that you will take all the whole customer from your boss, because as a new boy and as a good boy for that matter, you must surely excel. So that is exactly the point, and you have a track record or something to show for, so people must surely buy your goods. He said, I have a background as an Igbo man. In Igbo land, if you are learning a business, you stay with your boss, and when you finish, he will settle you. Now, two of you will be doing the same business and looking for some same customers who will now decide who is the best. The customer may decide to continue to buy from the Oga or from from this new boy that the product he is selling is better than that of Oga. They are selling the same product. The bottom line there is favor. When they favor you, forget it. You get the point now. If you don't get it, then you forget it. But Deboye exposes the secret behind the huge crowd at major political rallies. The General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Pastor Enoch Adeboye, has revealed that the huge crowd seen at major political parties' rallies is rented. Of course, we know about this, and we have been clamoring about this for a very long time, most especially this leading party. They can rent anything. They rent unknown godmen. They rent unknown bishops. Now they are renting crowd. They even rent a certificate to submit to INEC. We know about all these things. But it's left for the people who want a better Nigeria to choose who to rule them this coming 2023 election, or they will still continue the suffering, and they have already liked to suffer, and suffering and smiling. That is the one thing with Nigerians. They like to suffer and also smiling at the same time. The popular clergyman stated this on Saturday morning, January 7, during the RCCG monthly Holy Ghost service titled Wonderful, which was held at the Redemption City, Lagos Ibadan Expressway, Ogun State. Adeboye stressed that due to the need to rent a crowd, no two parties hold their campaign rallies simultaneously in the same state. Yes, because after this one rent finish, he will go, and another one will come also to do their own renting. This bad, you get brain, oh. This your talk here. Yeah, of course, I never see any where PDP is holding a rally at the same state. They have to try this in at least one day. They have to try it. The three state leading candidate itself, Labour Party, APC, and also PDP. Let them go and campaign in one state. Let us see who will have the best turnover. The best turnout. They cannot do it simply because they have been indulging in a kind of they have been playing this game of hide and seek. Hide and seek. How do they call it? That is why they will never ever go rally in one state. Two political parties go rallies in one state. It can never happen. According to the General Overseer, each party pays and a huge crowd is sourced for and gathered. Another party comes into the state, pay money, and the same thing is repeated. Adeboye then added that this is the reason why different parties do not hold their campaign at the same time, as the majority of the crowd are rented. God hasn't spoken on Nigeria's next president, according to Adeboye. Meanwhile, Pastor Enoch Adeboye has revealed that God is here to say anything to him about the forthcoming 2023 presidential election. Are you telling us the truth, Mpa? Mpa were wayo. You get the point now, Mpa were wayo. Just tell us that you are confused. That you don't know how to do this tombon because 2023 is not a matter of I declare and I quote. No, it is nothing to quote here. Because if you declare A and B win it, my dear, now another will give you that too. Pastor David added that if God doesn't reveal anything to him about the election, then the congregation should be ready to vote as led by the Spirit. He emphasized the need to get their permanent voters card, PVC, ready to be used to exercise their civic rights comes February 2023 presidential poll, regardless of whether God speaks to him on the matter or not. Pastor Deboye added that even if God tells him anything, he may decide to make it public or not. He said, "You may be saying the election is next month, and he has not spoken to me until now. I advise that you get your PVCs ready." So you are the one now that is choosing a presidential candidate. Unless when you tell them to go and vote, they will vote. But tomorrow, they will still come and circle in the church and be shouting and looking for miracles that never existed. I weep for all these churchgoers. Oyedepo warns youths against the Japa spirit, Japa syndrome. The founder of the Living Faith Church, popularly known as Winners Chapel, Bishop David Oyedepo, has issued warnings to Nigerian youths against leaving Nigeria for greener pastures, Japa syndrome. Okute News and Nigeria News in collaboration reports that in the last 2 years, the country has witnessed a high number of youths who are leaving the country due to the economic situation. Speaking with the news agency of Nigeria, NAN, on Saturday, the cleric said parents need to reorient their children on the Japa syndrome. When the country is not getting better, youths at their productive age, and you expect them to be in the country. Tell me, is there any of your children any of your child, even if any of your grandchild that is in Nigeria, even if they are, is it not those ones who used to come with a private jet from UK to come to worship in altar? Shebi na altar, be what they call them. No be them, na them na. And you are warning people not to japa. Tomorrow now your soul will enter the pulpit now and say anybody who did not pay tithe will go to hellfire. And you are here advising us. You people should do the needful now. Do the needful. I never see where you people come out now. At least with your age now, that of what did they call him? This Pa Adeboye. You come and storm the street, even if it is a 30-minute something, and the whole world will see it. That you people have protested against the bad government. This country will be good. But simply because you people are not telling your fans the truth, or the ones who is following people the truth, because you need their tithes and their offerings, Nigeria keep going bad. And that is why you people cannot come out openly and castigate all these never do well politicians, the governors and the rest of them. Most of them are your members. Can you be bold to tell those people who are paying tithe of 1 billion naira from stolen money, from stolen oil money? Can you be bold to tell them in their face that what they are doing is not good, or what they are doing is not right? You cannot do it. That is the simple truth. What did they call him? This one, the vice president to the outgoing this administration. Is it not assistant pastor, be pastor at RCCG? Yeah, that is one of them. They are the ones who have different allegations being circled around their neck. Still yet, when they come to church, you give them mic and even clap for them, and everybody giving them standing ovation. Now you are warning parents to reintegrate, whatever you call it, whatever English you use, against their children. Have you ever come out now, at least empower 10, 15, 20 youths? Even, okay, let's say apart from your church. Everybody must not go to church. You go on the streets. Just like all this prank that the comedians are doing. Have you ever done that? Just go on the street and bring anyone you get, you knock him 1 million naira. If you knock 10 people 1 million naira, 1 million each, that is 10 million naira. It is nothing to you. You have the money, but you cannot do it. The greediness in the government sector is same greediness in the Christian sector, most especially with all these new modern churches we have all over the world. According to him, everyone needs to stay in Nigeria to rebuild it, and they all have a part to play in the recovery of the nation. Oyerekpo also advised the government to massively invest in citizens to restore the lost esteem of the country, stressing that human capital development remains the most viable and stable stock of any nation. They clearly pointed out that an enabling environment for youth will reduce the number of those leaving Nigeria, adding that many youths are stranded in foreign countries but cannot return because of shame. It is truth. Yeah, I agree with you on this. He said, parents need to reorient their children. We all need to stay in Nigeria to rebuild. Everyone has a part to play in the recovery of our dear nation. There is the need for more investment, education, because this is the bedrock of sustainable national development for any nation, according to David Oyerekpo. Multiple extortion by area councils in Abuja driving up transport fare. Commuters are growing in pains. Right, so Abuja now, the Federal Capital Territory don't turn to valid for 24 hours. You don't turn to Lagos. Oh, that means if there's a lot of Agberos in Abuja now, if our Agbado President enter there, my brother, Abuja is gone, because he will turn every sector of that park as to MC Oluomo. Now MC Oluomo we move from Lagos to Abuja. Residents in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, have over the past 2 years experienced sharp rises in the cost of transportation, in some instances as much as 100% increase, and investigation by Daily Post have revealed. This sharp increase in transport fares may not be unconnected with the general inflation that has affected the prices of goods and services across the country, and the periodic fuel scarcity in the country as well. However, the situation has been further compounded by the multiple daily tickets imposed by area councils in the Federal Capital Territory, FCT. The FCT has 6 area councils: Gwari, Gwagwalada, Gwagwalada na Kwale, Abaji, Kuje, and Abuja Municipal Area Council. Findings have revealed that most of these areas councils charge separate tickets to transporters, a practice that is driving up the cost of transportation in the city. From Zuba to Area 1, we have to buy 3 tickets from 3 local governments in Zuba. You must buy the Gwagwalada area council ticket. When you get to Kubwa, you will buy another for Buhari area council, and you get to Area 1, you must buy the Abuja Municipal Area Council ticket. That is to operate along that road, which is 600 naira each for a 5-passenger car. Mustafa Aliu, a retired civil servant that operates intra-city transport, told our Daily Post. Aliu lamented that multiple levies disclosing that transporters still have to pay a 200 naira levy to the National Union of Road Transport Workers and another to the Drivers Welfare Club of Nigeria. In total, over 1,000 naira is extorted from transporters by the authorities. Oh, Alaye in the Federal Capital Territory, this country, it's alright. They just introduced this one by Drivers Welfare Club of Nigeria. Obviously, it is one of those money for the boys' arrangement. Aliu said, while showing this reporter the new receipt, adding that they hurriedly put it together. As you see, no specific reason for the collection. Inevitably, we have to transfer this cost to the commuters. It is just like an indirect tax. The final commuters pay for it, he said. Wetin concern Abuja municipal with taxi? You are not creating garages for them to park, but you are charging them a parking levy. Now one director just create this thing. The government does not pay the boys task force salary. They depend on the money they collect from transporters. If you don't cooperate, they will burst your tire or glass. As a gentleman, you run the risk of being harassed and disgraced. Daily Post findings reveal that the task force collecting the levies also target private vehicles. Recounting his experience in the hands of the touts enforcing the levies, Samuel Dare said touts deploy different tactics to get unsuspecting transporters. Sometimes these touts act like passengers. They enter your vehicle and seize your car key and even vandalize your vehicle most times. You are forced to go to their parks where you are charged as much as 15,000 naira. This is how bad it has gotten. They operate with impunity, without checks, in Federal Capital Territory. Hey, God have mercy. What made the situation worrisome is the fact that Abuja as a city, does not have a mass transport system. Most workers come from satellite towns, and most of them depend on private cars, popularly known as along. They are compounding the hardship on the people, he said. Unlike Lagos State, which has the mass transport business BRT, the Federal Capital Territory lacks such a scheme. During the Goodluck Jonathan administration, long buses for mass transport were purchased under the Sure P scheme. However, most are currently not working. The multi-billion naira Abuja light rail system is yet to be commenced operation years after the commissioning of the first phase. That is Nigeria for you. In essence, the city relies on saloon cars that most often can only take 5 passengers at a go. Hence, the growing traffic on some of the major highways across the city. Amina Ahmed, a youth corps member, told this reporter that the increase in transportation has made it difficult for coppers to survive. She explained that transportation now takes the entire 33,000 naira allowance. Rent in the city center is almost prohibited. The only place you can get decent accommodation is in the places like Kuje and Gwagwalada. 2 years ago, Gwagwalada to Beggar bus stop was 250 naira, and you can get 50 to 100 naira taxi to your destination. However, the same Gwagwalada to town is now 500 naira daily. You will spend over 1,500 naira on transportation alone, she said. Can you imagine that? In the Federal Capital Territory, and people are rushing there thinking that money grows on the tree in Abuja. She equally explained that most places of primary assignment don't pay the transport stipend or give accommodations as provided by the NYSC posting letter. Of course, the option will be to move to Lube, but if you check house rent, even in Lube, it is forbidden now. A room apartment costs as much as 300,000 naira, and landlords discriminate against coppers, she said. For some in Abuja, the villages in the city center provide an alternative to avoid the exorbitant transport fare. However, those living in these villages live in constant fear of demolition by the government. When the bulldozers came some few weeks ago, it was like a bad dream. Jane, a resident in Paduma in Asokoro Extension, told this reporter. She added that the Federal Capital Development Authority demolished over 20 houses in her neighborhood, leaving residents stranded. Some of us just renewed our rents. In that desperation, I went to Lube to try to get an apartment. It was almost impossible. I went to Karu, Nyanya, nothing. I was obviously desperate as my properties were outside. I finally got one in Kurudu, she said. Like most workers in Abuja, she will have to rely on the poor transportation system and the heavy traffic along the Mararaba, Nyanya axis for her to get to work on a daily basis. Mudairu Abubakar, a resident in Kubwa, told Daily Post that in the past, transport fare from most bus stops to Kubwa cost between 150 naira to 200 naira. Currently, the minimum is 300 naira per passenger. Salary is not increasing, but transportation is increasing at a serious rate on daily basis, he said. You get the point? You don't get them, then forget it. So my good people of Biafra, the lovers of freedom and lovers of mankind, this is where we are going to stop this broadcast because I don't want to make it that long. I don't want everybody listening to my broadcast to start it and also end it. That is how I will be running it from now onwards. I don't want that long broadcast that when people begin to listen to it, they feel boring or their ear get itchy. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, please endeavor to do that as soon as possible. Make sure you turn on the discussion button so that you'll be notified each time we post something new or we'll go live on this channel or any other channel related to Okute Daily Talk. Until I come your way again, I am saying bye-bye for now. May the Almighty Chukwu Okeabiama bless you all, the Father, the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Remain blessed wherever you are, whatever you are doing, anything you lay your hand, in your household, blessings shall follow you. In your business places, you shall also be blessed. Have a nice day, my people. Bye for now. I am going.